Hi everybody. I have a surprise. I have my lovely sister.
Hello. Nice to officially meet you guys.
I think some people didn't believe that I actually had a sister because I get on camera and
I do not.
And Velmay does not.
No.
But today's a special day, and we talked early this morning and said, hey, why don't we're slowly opening up. The ship is starting to move, and let's tell the people together what we're doing. So
a lot of fun changes have happened during the closure, and we just would like to share it with you guys.
So we have all been through this COVID-19 debacle, and I want to take you on the journey to explain to you all the changes that we've made and why and how and what we're excited about. So COVID happened. I got online, said, okay, we're gonna shut the tasting room down, and had a lot of talking and a lot of stress and watching the news just as everyone else does. And when I say shut Kiepersol down, we mean close the doors until we can reopen. And you had the tough job.
Yes, we actually furloughed 72 employees, and
Yeah, that was scary.
that was scary. And also,
We sat in this bar. It's still emotional. We sat here completely empty.
it felt like a ghost town. There was nothing. There wasn't even crickets.
There's a void in here, not having our staff, not having the customers, not knowing what's going to happen. There was a scarcity.
Going up on the hill and sitting on the patio on a Friday night by yourself. It
was super sad.
was super sad.
So Alex stuck around, Jamie stuck around. Alex was working throughout all this because he had to man the wine production. And Jamie basically took the brunt of any business that was happening while Kiepersol was all shut down, and partially still is shut down.
And then we really took it upon ourselves, and we said to each other one day on FaceTime, because we weren't,
We were actually social distancing from ourselves because our husbands, Jim was working closely with hospitals and everyone else trying to get hand sanitizer out, as was Alex was doing that with Jim, and Velmay's husband was working, and so we said, let's just be safe, and we kept a distance from each other, and we kept our kids away from each other, which was tough.
So on FaceTime, we looked at each other and we said, do you want to sell it and move to Mexico?
And in that moment, I'm like, yes, let's sell it and move to Mexico.
And it was, it only lasted, maybe 10 minutes. And then we hit the other one over the phone, and we decided that, what do we love about Kiepersol? And with Marnelle's passion on farming and production and my passion on people, we just,
we started to go from the negative and moved and shifted to the positive. We shifted to stop thinking about what we're missing, stop thinking of feeling sorry for ourselves, stop worrying about what's going to happen, give it to God, and let's look at what we have. Let's look at the positivity of the situation. And I did that as I was filming in the vineyard. I filmed in block 3 and shared with everybody. I mean, the vines literally went from 1 inch to 24 inches
during this time,
and I was able to shift my mindset, and our mindset shifted to look at everything that we have and look at everything that we love. Because if we were to move to Mexico, I'll tell you this, we'd still be growing something, we'd still be producing something, and we'd still be feeding people. It's our thing, it's what we're good at.
So, and then we just really thought, and we sat and we said, what was Daddy's vision and what was Daddy's plan? And when Daddy opened up the distillery in 2014, he said, one day, 10, 15 years from now, we will produce everything to have a full bar. And while COVID and Kiepersol was closed down and social distancing, Jim, Marnelle's husband, produced some of these new products that you see here. So we now have a Texuila, which is a agave spirit,
We drank like 3 bottles.
aka Texuila.
Yes, this is so good. It's so smooth, so delicate, makes the best margaritas. And he went and got the agave spirit. It's 100% blue agave from Jalisco, Mexico. It is actually certified organic. So we put this concentrate in our still. We fermented it, put it in a still, and we have a delicious Texuila. Yes.
And then we also produced a gin, Texas gin, Dirk's gin, and it is produced from
all juniper berries. We got all his recipe because he went to Kentucky and did a whole distilling school. So he had a recipe and we modified his gin recipe. This gin it doesn't taste as much like a Christmas tree as some people want, or as some people think. We like the softer, delicate. The whole reason you stayed away from gin is because it's a Christmas tree.
Yeah.
So
just kind of like our wines as well. They're delicate, they're easy to drink, they're comfort.
This has a ton of sweet orange peel that shows up along with the juniper berry and the angelica root and the licorice and the cinnamon and these delicious mixture of botanicals that are in here. So I cannot wait for East Texas to try this gin. So these are 2 major changes.
Major changes, yes.
But let's talk about the biggest change. So the opportunity came to us when we're looking at the economy, we're looking at how this is going to affect the hospitality industry, and realized, hey, this is something that we want to showcase. Whenever we sat there in our low time and asked ourselves, what do we want? And being inspired by our dad's 10 to 15 year vision, we said, we want to have the distillery and winery be the core of our business. So the restaurant at Kiepersol is officially permitted as the Kiepersol Distillery and Winery. That means that you can buy these spirits at our restaurant, you can buy wine to take home at our restaurant. It also means that we serve exclusively Kiepersol spirits.
With the different permits, there's different rules and regulations.
Yes. So, weighing out, looking at cost, looking at all these other things, and what's going to help sustain this business, we decided that this is the route that we wanted to take, and this is the route that's going to help Kiepersol be have a long life. And we're looking at
And a complete destination. So
Yes.
it completes the destination.
Because coming here is an experience. Now, we were able to take my passion of growing and producing, Velmay's passion of producing and people, and the people that surround us. We've got Emily, we've got Jim, we've got the most amazing production people. We've got Mike on the other side of this camera here that's going to help us put together a good video. And he promised to make us both 30 pounds lighter. We'll see if that works. But with that being said, production is not just a passion of us, but it's a passion of those people around us and our staff. And Emily is officially our infusionist. So you guys can meet her. She'll be up at the distillery and winery tasting room when that opens. And she's spending a little time here at the bar. But the back bar, and we'll get Mike to take some footage of it, it's just gorgeous, is filled with her infusions. So this is a lemon infused Dirk's vodka.
This is a raspberry liqueur.
I mean, we have liqueurs and infused vodkas and infused gins to make the most amazing craft cocktails. And the word craft is kind of, people are dancing around that word. I'm talking true craft, true East Texas. My dad told Velmay and I, if we're gonna do something that's gonna make East Texas proud. Do something that is going to leave a mark and something that we're very proud of. And we're so excited to do this and share this. With COVID, it was a week of sorrow, and then it was 6 weeks of bootstrapping it, get some work done.
Get the changes made, hopefully in enough time to when we open back up, everything will have been in transitioned.
Yes, and it's not just, let me tell you, it's our team. Our team went to school They got certifications in mixology. I mean, we've been working and learning and studying and getting excited, and
I'm very excited for you guys to come and experience this. So it'll be a new experience for customers that have been here before, and for customers that haven't been here before, it'll be fun and exciting and something that you can't get, you know, in a 200-mile radius from here. A full distillery, winery, restaurant, and bed and breakfast,
and where the majority of what we serve is produced here. So let's talk about the Hill. We're not open yet. We're waiting for what Governor Abbott's going to say.
So hopefully on Monday it will move to 50%, and we will be able to open up. There's some changes made up on the Hill. If anybody has been there previously, that they'll know that the Grand Room, the big building on the top of the hill that was just recently built, is now our winery and distillery tasting room.
So you can come into the Grand Room, park just behind it.
Nice new big parking lot.
Yes, and you can do tastings of wine, tastings of our spirits. You can get cocktails. You can get wine by the glass.
There'll be a little deli there as well, so you can get meat and cheese and bread and olive oil as well.
So you don't have to come to the restaurant, but I think the most special thing about that building is the view. The view from that building looks over Block 3, which is one of our favorite blocks of the vineyard. The majority of that fruit typically goes into our barrel 33. So our
And just a little fun side note on that view. Not very many people know, but if you get your compass out, that view is at 333 degrees. So that is a number that's dear to us, and just so happens to be the degree that you're looking at.
So 3 is super special to us for many reasons, but the most important reason that 3 is special to us is that it signifies the Trinity, the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. So that's the primary reason that we love that. Other than the fact that my birthday's on the 3rd. And
my birthday's on the 3rd.
Yep. So anyway, that's one big change. And another big change that we have is the existing tasting room, the original tasting room. So if you came to Kiepersol and you came to the wine tasting room, that is now the clubhouse. So if you're a wine club member, you exclusively have access to the clubhouse, where Sharon, our wine club manager, who is so excited to do this. She has her space, and Salt Kitchen is attached to that, where we'll have some cooking classes and other events that go on there.
And the nice also addition to the clubhouse is our vault. So our vault has never been on display or been made easily available to the public. And to have that access to the vault, you have to be a club member. And
you can buy some really old treasures there. So we still have some 2003 port aging in our oak barrels, but Sharon's got some special bottles of 03 port. She's got some 05 port.
And there's some 10 years there as well. So there is, I think the vertical that we have on some of our Merlot or Cab or Syrah can almost be a 13, 14-year vertical.
I think actually on Merlot we can do a 19-year vertical. So that's pretty amazing. So you have access to the vault if you're a club member, and you have access to the patio. You have access to, she has turned the entire inside of that building into a lounge. So, and here's the fun part about being dual permitted on the entire property, is that Sharon can not only serve the club members wine, sell them wine, but she can also serve amazing cocktails. We've standardized our cocktail recipes after everybody went to this school, did this certification. So
whether you're at the restaurant, bar, which is now also a winery and distillery, and the clubhouse and the Grand Room, you get all the same cocktails, all the same spirits, the same wine.
And listen, we have put together a cocktail menu that is a dream. But if there's a cocktail that you want, we have what it takes to make probably 90% of cocktails produced in the world. So Emily, our infusionist, has been working so hard on cordials from out of this world. We're working on our own Amaro style bitters. We're working on some Campari and Aperol. additives. So we're gonna make an excellent Negroni that's coming up. So we're getting all those herbs to infuse that.
And hopefully really soon we'll also have a beer drinkers menu where the cocktails that a beer drinker would normally like, maybe a little bit less on the percent of alcohol, but really could enjoy.
So we've got some shandy recipes. We have some spritzer, seltzer recipes. They're gonna be served in Collins glasses. So we're excited about that. Now, let me tell all of our beer drinker friends out there, this is now a winery and distillery. We don't have beer, but we have very, very dear friends in the beer business. So go see Ryan Dixon and he'll get you the beer. Plan a beer weekend at
True Vine.
At True Vine and ETX Brewing Company. The thing about this is there are producers here in East Texas. We have sister wineries. We have, I call the Villapudua brothers our brother restaurants. There are so many restaurants, so many breweries, so many wineries that are producing excellent, excellent cuisine and products. And we help lift each other up. We help support one another, and we all make things that East Texas can be proud of. So plan to come and try our cocktails. Plan to come and try our seltzers and our wines and our spritzers.
Now there is one thing that the new permit does allow us to have. Is we still have our full wine menu. So besides the wine that we produce, you can also get some other wines that we have on the menu.
So we still have Pelleña. You can try Pelleña. We also have amazing wines from all over the world. And I read Robert Mondavi's book, and to this day, I was distraught whenever he passed away in 2008. But to this day, he inspired me on the way he sold wine in the 70s. So the way Robert Mondavi sold wine was he would say, here's a first growth Bordeaux, and here's Robert Mondavi wine. And we're blessed enough to have some good Bordeaux's, some good California wine, good Willamette Valley Pinot Noirs that you can compare to Alex's Artis. It's a Pinot Noir style wine. Because we're not kidding ourselves. We have to compete on the global market and put products out that everyone can be proud of, that you as East Texans are super proud to taste, to take to someone's house and know that the quality is there. So yeah, we want you guys to come out. We're gonna see what Governor Abbott says. Hopefully tasting rooms will be open.
Yes, and there's one more change that is happening. If anybody's familiar with Bushman's, our event center, and we're no longer doing large events at the event center. The event center, we are been in contact with a couple of preachers that we're looking at leasing it out to a church. So we will no longer be doing large events. We're going to focus on what we are good at, and that is wine, spirits, and food. So
so if you have a party of 10, 15, 20, whenever
30,
we're all
40,
open.
50 even.
Yes.
But other than that, I think that'll probably be on the larger side of what
Our events.
our events will hold.
Yeah. So, and then Vonda Ross at our RV park. We still have an amazing RV park.
She's a
and
jewel.
She's a precious jewel to us, and has the best attitude and went through all of this.
Never shut down, kept it going.
So listen, if you guys have guests coming and you want to come to a great RV center, we've got a park here in Bullard. It has a 10-10-10 rating on Good Sam's, and it's phenomenal. It has the best bathrooms.
And if anybody has a question about it, one thing that we did not mention is that our food menu has not changed at all. We still have our same chef, and he's been with us since we opened Kiepersol 20 years ago.
We've all grown together. His son just graduated, and I can't believe it.
So our food menu has not changed at all, so you can still get the same great steak. Marnelle's garlicky vegetables that taste like garlic bread. So if anybody wants a good Brussels sprout.
If your kids don't eat vegetables, bring them to Kiepersol. We've come up with a way to make vegetables taste like garlic bread. Yeah, so they're delicious. That's it, sis. thank you for coming on.
Oh, thank you. This was wonderful.
You did so good.
If anybody knows me, they know that I don't speak in public, so this was...
We love you guys.
Thank you very much.
We want you guys to come and see us, and if you don't come to our place, go to another local establishment. Go see Ryan Dixon, go see the Villapudua Brothers, go check out Pelelania and the other awesome local restaurants, wineries, and distilleries in East Texas.
Oh, and we're not social distancing from each other anymore.
No, not anymore.